Good morning. Today we are going to see three objective questions. Okay. The first question is, if the fluctuation in the input voltage is 220 voltage is 11%, then the power fluctuation is, okay, there is a domestic supply, okay, in which 220 voltage is there, but fluctuation is 11% is there. Then what is the percentage of fluctuation in power? That is the question. Okay. Already we know the formula for the power. Power equal to V square by R. Okay. Since voltage is given, we have taken this formula. Okay. Now we have to go for a percentage calculation. Therefore, you can take log. Okay. If you take log, then it will be log P is equal to 2 log V minus log R. Okay. In this case, voltage is varying and R is constant. Resistance is constant for the appliance. Okay. For example, fan, for example, a bulb, whatever may be, the resistance of that instrument is constant. Therefore, it depends on the voltage only or current. Okay. Therefore, this will become 0 when you proceed further. Okay. Now, after that, we are getting delta P divided by P, which is equal to 2 into delta V divided by V. Okay. Now, it is a calculation of percentage. I think this formula already we have seen. Therefore, I am not explaining too much. Okay. Now, for percentage calculation, we have to take P equal to 100. If you take P equal to 100, then delta P divided by 100, which is equal to 2 into delta V is your fluctuation in the voltage. Therefore, it is 11%. Okay, divided by your supply voltage is 220. Supply voltage is 220. Okay. Now, you can simplify this. It is very simple. Okay. If you simplify this, you can easily get 10%. Okay. You can easily get 10%. Therefore, the power fluctuation is 10%. Okay. Now, the next problem is, two wires of same dimension are connected in series. Their resistivities are rho 1 and rho 2. Then resistivity of the combination is, okay. That means two wires, this is one wire and this is another wire. Both are connected in series, and let L1 or L, both are same length. Therefore, we can take LL, and area of cross section is same. Okay. And now the total length is 2L, and its specific resistance is rho 1, its specific resistance is rho 2. Okay. Different material and but same dimension. Now, what is the formula for this? For the formula for this is, the resistance are connected in series. Therefore, R equal to R1 plus R2, because both are connected in series. Already you know this formula. Now, for R, you can put some more formula related to specific resistance and length. Therefore, if you put rho into L divided by area of cross section, this is the equivalent resistance. Okay. Let us take rho as the equivalent resistance, specific resistance, and here the length will be 2L. Therefore, I can put 2L here. Okay. Area of cross section is same. Okay. Now, which is equal to, here the first wire specific resistance is rho 1 and its length is L and area of cross section is A, plus second one is specific resistance rho 2, length is L, area of cross section A. Now, you can cancel the area of cross section, you can cancel the area of cross section as well as you can cancel the length also. Therefore, you are having 2 rho is equal to rho 1 plus rho 2 or rho equal to rho 1 plus rho 2 divided by 2. Okay. That means, the resistivity of the combination is you have to add both the resistance and divide by 2, okay, or simply average of these two. Okay. The next question is, if the current I is independent of the resistance R3, okay, if the current I is independent of the resistance R3, then which of the following condition is true? Okay. They have given some circuits. Okay. Now, we have to find out, okay, which of the following relation is true. 4 relations are given, option is given here. Okay. In other problems, I have not given option, here I have given option, because there is a reason for it. Here we can easily eliminate the option, therefore, I have given the option here. Okay. Whenever they give a circuit with 5 resistances or more, then you have to think of the Wheatstone network only. Okay. Now, they have clearly given the resistance R3. Okay. This is the R3, and if you imagine these 5 resistances as a Wheatstone bridge, then it will be looking like this. Okay. You have to bend like, you have to bend this, you have to bend in the form of a Wheatstone bridge, then it will be like this. Okay. Here R3, they are saying independent of R3, the current I is independent of R3. That means, in the Wheatstone network, the condition for balancing is P by Q equal to R by S. Okay. That means, when the current in the galvanometer is equal to 0, the current in the galvanometer is 0, then only this condition is satisfied. Then it is independent of this. Okay. That means, P by Q equal to R by S. If R3 current through the R3 is 0, therefore, we have to find out the relation here. R1, R2 are multiplied, R1, R2 are multiplied. Therefore, this is not possible. This is not possible. Okay. Here you can check this R1 by R2. Is it possible? R1 by R2, because you can put R1 by R2, or you can say R2 by R1 also. Okay. Both are same. Okay. Either P by Q equal to R by S or Q by P equal to S by R, both are same. And this equation is seems to be true. And here they have given some complicated equation. Usually they will not give such a complicated equation. And see here, this is 1 by R1 plus R2, that means both are in series. Therefore, we cannot connect like this 1 by. Okay. Okay. And they have connected this also, this, both are parallel like this they have given. And okay, this is also series, this is also series, you can connect parallel, but this relation is seems to be not correct, and this relation is also seems to be not correct. Therefore, you have to compare this and you have to find out the relation, then this relation is correct. Okay. Thank you. In next lecture, we can see some more complicated questions. Thank you.